Thank you, Directors of Ceremonies. I would limit the salutations in the interest of time, since we've all been warned. But allow me to acknowledge Madam Patty Karoye, the Managing Director of Namibia, Advocate Nangula Mbako, Special Assistant and representing the Prime Minister this morning with us, Madam Nangula Wanja, the Chief Executive of Namibia Investment, Ms. Lizelle van Ast, the Deputy Head of UNEP, all our distinguished guests visiting us, and everybody. Oh, I still keep the long salutations, but that's in me. Indeed, an honor for me to present the opening remarks as a sign of support and commitment to sustainable climate finance for Namibia, for Africa as a region, and the Middle East by extension, especially after the COVID pandemic. The Namibian economy is gradually recovering from the impact of COVID-19 pandemic. After a sharp contraction in 2020, real growth reached 2.7%. In 2021, and the recovery strengthened in the first half of 2022, in view of the progress, in part to our commitment to dynamic fiscal and monetary policies and relatively well-managed public finance, since I believe we can still improve, we can do better. The adoption of sustainable development goals must be supported by massive financial investments at implementation stage. Since the adoption of the 2030 agenda, several countries have worked towards aligning their national development plans with the SDGs, but many of these plans do not necessarily have an accompanying strategy for how they will be financed. Ladies and gentlemen, despite the huge demand for finance, especially in public investment, there seems to be a robust supply of development finance that is not being tapped into, especially with private sector. In 2020 alone, global financial assets grew in US dollars 469 trillion. At the same time, where the SDG financing gap in development countries was US dollars 3.9 trillion, of which partly it's towards environment, social, and governance, meaning ESG. This shows that there is adequate global finance for the SDGs, but what is missing is a global synchronized effort to align available capital with ESGs aligned with national priorities. As we work to develop and improve the region's economic stability, we must also find ways to protect the environment so that future generations can continue to benefit from our progress, hence the need for sustainable financing. It offers an opportunity to invest in initiatives that both optimizes financial returns and promote long-term environmental, social, and economic sustainability. The question arises, why does sustainable finance matter for Namibia and for Africa as a region? First and foremost, sustainable finance offers a pathway towards a more resilient, sustainable future by directing financial resources towards environmentally friendly projects. We can mitigate the impact of climate and protect our invaluable ecosystems, which I wish we could find ways to rebuild, as protection alone is not sufficient in our context, being sandwiched by two aggressive deserts, namely the Namib and the Kalahari. I call it aggressive due to the rate it continued to encroach. The entire southern Namibia is about to turn into a desert. And it's not an overstatement or exaggeration. Investing in tree planting and renewable energy such as our envisaged green hydrogen project, which is currently putting Namibia on the global map, sustainable agriculture and conservation initiatives can drive the transition towards a low-carbon economy, reducing our carbon footprints, and promoting climate resilience. Moreover, sustainable finance should ideally present opportunities for inclusive growth and poverty alleviation, especially among our rural communities, including the vulnerable people. By fostering responsible investment practices, we can create sustainable jobs, enhance livelihoods, and uplift communities out of abject poverty and hunger. Investment in sustainable agriculture, clean energy, and infrastructure projects can create new revenue streams and income through spin-offs and employment opportunities, particularly in rural areas, and contribute in reducing the income disparities, as well as urbanization as opportunities and livelihoods of rural communities stands to improve. Furthermore, promoting financial inclusion and supporting micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises can empower individuals and local businesses, fostering economic empowerment and resilience. As Namibia's Deputy Minister of Finance, we commit ourselves to ensuring that our policies are geared towards sustaining our environment. Therefore, fiscal policies should provide opportunities for investment in sustainable agriculture, energy, and other infrastructures. I am firmly of the belief that by implementing sustainable finance solutions, we can ensure our economy remains strong, vibrant, and resilient in the face of an increasingly unpredictable future. Remember, sustainability, as we all know, is not just about making sure that our current needs are met, but it also takes into account our responsibility to future generations for their rights to a prosperous, healthy, and safe planet. In conclusion, sustainable finance holds great promise for Namibia and the Africa region. It offers opportunities to address and redress our pressing environmental challenges, drive inclusive economic growth, and foster regional collaboration. By prioritizing sustainability in our financial decision-making, we can create a future where prosperity is shared by all. Let us unite our efforts, embrace sustainable finance, and chart a course towards a prosperous, resilient, and sustainable Africa. More specifically, also to share experiences with the Middle East. I thank the UN Environment Program Finance Initiative for bringing different players in various sectors together for this important event. I thank you.